17, a senior at Lincoln High, and working after school at Sweet Bean Cafe to save up every dime I can. Why? Because my mom, Victoria, never spends a penny on me. My little sister, Olivia, though, oh, she's a different story altogether. Harper, can you cover Jen's shift tonight? Mrs. Rodriguez, my manager, asks as I wipe down a sticky table. Sure, I say, forcing a smile. Extra hours mean extra cash, and I need all I can get. You're such a responsible girl, she says, her voice a mix of admiration and shade. Not like some who just spend their parents' money. Her eyes flick toward Olivia, lounging at a corner table, scrolling her phone. She's here often mostly to criticize the coffee for not being Instagram-worthy enough. Later, during my break, my best friend Samantha plops into the chair across from me. Guest who just submitted their NYU application. I say, grinning as I flash my phone. Her face lights up. Girl, with your grades, they'd be crazy not to accept you. Then her expression sobers. But, what about your mom? She doesn't even know, I admit. She's too busy planning Olivia's Sweet 16. Apparently, that's more important than my entire future. Before Sam can respond, my phone buzzes. Mom. Harper, where are you? Olivia needs help with her history project. I'm at work, Mom, my actual job. Well, Olivia's grade is more important than your little coffee shop hobby. Come home now. It's not a hobby, Mom, I say, barely keeping the frustration out of my voice, and Olivia can do her own homework. I hang up, my hands trembling. Tears threaten, but Sam squeezes my arm. Hey, she says gently, remember what we're saving for. That brightens me up. Yesterday, after months of extra shifts and tips, I finally hit my goal. $400. Enough to buy the prom dress. Midnight blue, strapless, with tiny crystals that shimmer like stars. You should have seen Mom's face when I brought it home, I tell Sam. She actually tried to convince me I bought the wrong size and that it would fit Olivia better. Just like last Christmas, when she gave Olivia my new laptop. Or when I had to move into the basement because Olivia needed a creative space. Sam shakes her head. You deserve so much better. Mrs. Rodriguez appears with fresh lats. Harper, I saw your test scores on the honor roll board. Principal Martinez can't stop raving about you. Thanks, Mrs. R. At least someone notices. Sam's eyes widen as she glances out the window. Speaking of novices, isn't that Olivia with Jason? I turn and freeze. There they are, laughing, flirting. Olivia's wearing my favorite sweater, the one Mom claimed she never saw. Classic Olivia. Mom probably told her it looked better on her anyway. Later that evening, Mom's voice booms from upstairs. Harper, get up here now. I find her in Olivia's creative space, holding my dress. Isn't this perfect for Olivia? She needs it for prom. What? That's my dress. I bought it with my own money. Don't be selfish, Mom snaps. Olivia spent her dress money on essential networking supplies for her influencer career. Those Gucci bags are investments. Olivia smirks, not even looking up from her phone. I'll look better in it anyway. Blue is totally my color. You're not taking my dress, I say firmly. Not this time. Mom sighs dramatically and pulls out a receipt. Too late. I already returned it. The money's going toward Olivia's new iPhone. She needs it for content creation. My stomach drops. You had no right. Lower your voice, Mom says sharply. Olivia, sweetheart, don't let her negativity stress you out. Aunt Rachel chooses that moment to walk in, carrying a stack of packages. She stops, frowning as she takes in the scene. Victoria, you returned Harper's dress without her permission. Stay out of this, Rachel, Mom snaps. I know what's best for my daughters. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Sam. Gee, you need to see these screenshots. I open them, my stomach churning. Olivia's been messaging people from a fake account, spreading lies about me, telling Jason I was unstable, warning Maria that I cheated on tests. Is this why Jason blocked me? Why Maria stopped talking to me? I demand, glaring at Olivia. She shrugs. I was protecting them. You're just jealous because everyone likes me better. Dad appears in the doorway, his expression weary. What's all this shouting? He asks. Thomas, handle your daughter, Mom snaps, pointing at me. She's upsetting Olivia. He sighs and looks at me. Harper, maybe just let your sister have this one. Like I let her have everything else. My voice cracks. My room, my friends, my reputation. Aunt Rachel steps forward, her tone sharp. This is ridiculous, Victoria. First the inheritance from Mom, and now this. Inheritance? I turn to her, confused. Not now, Mom hisses, but Aunt Rachel won't back down. Yes now, Rachel says firmly. Your grandmother left money for both girls' college funds. Funny how it all went to Olivia's so-called career. I stare at Mom, my chest tightening. You stole my college money. I invested it wisely, Mom says, her tone icy. Olivia has real potential. Potential? I repeat, my voice rising. She's ruining my life. You're ruining everything. Olivia jumps to her feet, tears brimming. Mom, make her stop. This ends now, I say, grabbing my phone. I'm done being your scapegoat. Mom narrows her eyes. If you don't get on board with this family's needs, you can find somewhere else to live. Before I can respond, Aunt Rachel steps closer and puts an arm around my shoulder. Gladly, she can live with me. I've watched this circus long enough. Fine. Mom screams. Take her. Olivia's the only daughter who truly appreciates me anyway. I look at Dad, still standing silently in the doorway. Nothing to say. As usual? He meets my gaze for a moment, then turns and walks away. Pack your things, Aunt Rachel says softly. You're coming home with me. As I head to the basement to gather my things, I hear Olivia wail, but what about my prom dress? For the first time, I smile at her tears. Living with Aunt Rachel has opened my eyes. One afternoon, while sorting through Grandma's old papers in Rachel's study, I stumble upon something shocking. Bank statements showing Mom withdrew thousands from accounts meant for my future. Rachel walks in as I stare at the papers in disbelief. Your mother always had a talent for manipulation, she says bitterly. She did the same to your grandmother, draining her accounts for emergency expenses. Funny how those emergencies always aligned with Olivia's shopping sprees. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Mrs. Rodriguez. Harper, I'm promoting you to shift supervisor. You deserve it, especially now. Tears prick my eyes as I type back. Thank you, Mrs. R. That means everything. Later at work, Maya, Olivia's former best friend, walks in, looking uneasy. Can we talk? She asks. I fold my arms. Why? So you can spread more lies about me? No, she says quickly, pulling out her phone. I need to show you something. She scrolls through screenshots, her hands shaking slightly. Olivia's been blackmailing half the school. She has fake accounts everywhere. Look at these group chats. She's been organizing cyberbullying campaigns, spreading rumors, even threatening to expose people's private information. I take the phone and skim through hundreds of messages. My stomach churns as I see Olivia's name attached to hateful comments and cruel strategies. She did it to me too, Maya says quietly. When I caught her stealing from the school fundraiser, she threatened to tell everyone about my mom's rehab. Before I can respond, Samantha rushes into the cafe, practically out of breath. Harper, you won't believe this, she says. Remember that anonymous Instagram account posting all those horrible things about Katie's eating disorder? I traced it back to Olivia's IP address. We spend hours documenting everything. Screenshots, messages, timelines. Other students start coming forward, each with their own story about Olivia's schemes. Your sister ruined my sister's quinceañera, Maria says, showing me more evidence. She sent those awful messages just because your mom thought our party would overshadow Olivia's sweet 16. As we piece it all together, my phone buzzes. It's Dad. Harper, we need to talk. I've been going through the family accounts. Later, I meet him at Aunt Rachel's house. He looks older, worn down. Your mother, he sighs. She's been forging my signature, transferring money, taking out loans in my name. All for Olivia's projects. We're in serious debt now. Aunt Rachel, sitting nearby, crosses her arms, and I found Olivia's real credit card statements. Designer clothes, hotel parties, ridiculous purchases. Things no 16-year-old should be buying. Your mother covered it all up, while Harper worked doubles at a cafe. I was blind, Dad admits, his voice heavy. But this stops now. I've frozen all the accounts and contacted a lawyer. That night, I sit at Aunt Rachel's desk, compiling everything into a single document: the financial fraud, the cyberbullying evidence, the witness statements. Mom and Olivia's perfect facade is about to shatter. Ready to send us to the school board? Samantha asks. Not yet, I reply. First, let's see how Mom explains these bank statements to Dad's lawyer. Rachel smiles faintly. Your grandmother always said the truth comes out in the wash. Speaking of truth, I say, checking my phone. Olivia's latest Instagram post claims she's valedictorian material. I smirk. Wait until Principal Martinez sees proof she's been stealing test answers. Everything falls apart faster than I expected. While I'm thriving at Aunt Rachel's, Mom's carefully constructed house of cards collapses. Samantha bursts into my room one morning, her face alight with news. Did you hear? Your mom's coworker found evidence she's been embezzling from her company. She was using the money to fund Olivia's influencer career. The same day, Olivia struts into school, only to be stopped by Principal Martinez. Miss Mitchell, my office. Now. I watch from the hallway as Olivia is escorted away, crying about her ruined reputation. By the end of the day, she's suspended indefinitely, and the college acceptance letter she bragged about, all rescinded. That evening, Dad calls. The divorce papers are filed, he says. Your mother's financial deception. It's worse than we thought. The house is being sold. 2 weeks later, I see them moving into the rundown Oakwood apartments across town. Olivia's designer bags look out of place as she hauls them up rusty stairs. 5 years later, I'm thriving in NYC, working at a top marketing firm with a view of Central Park. Meanwhile, Olivia is still in our hometown, bouncing between minimum wage jobs, her Instagram influence down to 200 followers. Mom, once the queen of her social circle, works as a grocery store cashier, abandoned by her society friends after the embezzlement scandal. Dad, on the other hand, has remarried, a sweet kindergarten teacher who genuinely cares about him. The blue prom dress incident feels like a lifetime ago, but it was the turning point. It taught me to stop being a doormat and start being the main character in my own life. Some say success is the best revenge. I disagree. Success isn't revenge at all. It's what happens when you cut out the people who were holding you back and focus on yourself. If you found out your parents secretly stole your college fund to support a sibling's lavish lifestyle, what would you do? Would you confront them immediately or gather evidence quietly like I did?